Thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. Today we're diving into a question we often receive. After submitting a medical device registration dossier to Mexico's regulatory body, COFEPRIS, what happens next? The journey is far from over. In fact, it enters a series of critical stages that every manufacturer should understand. Once the application is submitted, it enters the formal review and evaluation phase. The specific path it takes depends on your strategy. If you filed through the standard route, COFEPRIS officials will review the full technical dossier. However, if your device already has approval from a recognized authority, like the US FDA, Health Canada, or Japan's MHLW, you may use an equivalency route, which requires less documentation. For those on the standard route, there is an option to use a third-party reviewer, or TPR. These are COFEPRIS-authorized private firms that pre-review the dossier and provide a technical opinion, which can significantly expedite the final decision. A frequent and crucial stage in this process is the prevención, which is a formal request for additional information. It is not uncommon for COFEPRIS to issue one if they find any part of the dossier unclear or incomplete. Responding to a prevención promptly and accurately is vital, as an incomplete response can lead to rejection, and the time taken to respond adds to the overall review timeline. In some cases, COFEPRIS may also decide to conduct an on-site inspection of the manufacturing facility to verify compliance with Good Manufacturing Practices, or GMP. While not applicable to every submission, it remains a possibility that manufacturers must be prepared for. If the dossier, any responses to a prevención, and potential inspections are satisfactory, COFEPRIS will move to the final stage, approval and certificate issuance. They will grant the sanitary registration, which is valid for 5 years. A critical but often overlooked step here is for the Mexico registration holder to immediately and meticulously check the issued certificate for any errors in company names, device models, or addresses. COFEPRIS allows a very short window, typically 15 business days, to request corrections for their errors. Missing this window means a formal and much slower modification process is required. Finally, receiving the certificate doesn't end the process. It begins the post-market phase. To maintain the registration, a renewal application must be submitted at least 150 days before the 5-year expiry date, supported by a comprehensive technovigilance report. Furthermore, any subsequent changes to the device, its manufacturing, or even administrative details like the legal manufacturer's name require a formal modification to be filed and approved by COFEPRIS. Understanding these post-submission stages is key to successfully navigating the Mexican market. If your company needs expert guidance through the COFEPRIS registration maze or any other aspect of global market access, please check out Pure Global. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.